Sorry, I was gone. I'm back now. Probably disappear again anyways, but I'll go back to another video, guys. It's been a while since I've posted, been on some more family issues, but we're back for more open lobbies. And by the title of this video, Dirty Drivers, and by the thumbnail, all over the place. But one of the more crazier lobbies today, though. Just a lot of laggy people in this lobby, and it was absolute carnage. So, we're going to go through this together, as you can tell by the video. But, sorry, it's been a while since I've done commentary. Anyways, we're here in Monaco for a 5-lap race around Monaco. As you can already tell, absolute carnage and people lagging all over the place. This was the problem in this lobby. Just a lot of people lagging. It was contagious. Yeah. It was horrible. I hated the lag a lot. But at the same time, you know, it's the arts of open lobbies and EA at their finest. Without making open lobbies better, they just make them worse, it feels like. But as you can already tell, we've had 2 big snaps as we actually got beached in the hairpin. So that was not ideal, but it's alright. It could be worse. Now into the tunnel section. Very like bad start, but we can fight our way through here. Both avatars going side by side, go down into the chicane near the yachts. As you can already tell, the AlphaTauri, as we actually get hit by the Haas and we get turned around there once again. That's not great. I was gonna do a flick spin, but I would have smashed into the wall. So there goes the nope, Red Bull's gone. You can already see, you can see that lag. It was horrendous. It was contagious, as they call it. But anyways, a lot of penalties already up at the front. We got a guy with 2 seconds, another guy with 2 seconds. We are ghosting through the Williams and the Aston Martin, so there's a problem. It's actually the McLaren has made contact with the AlphaTauri once again, going down into the tunnel section. Hopefully this AlphaTauri is going to give us room. We're going to go down the inside as much as we can, but the AlphaTauri is going to, he's going to give us space, and we're going to make the pass. But he actually hits the back of us, and we actually hit the wall, and we had to get out of the gas there, and we're back going. So we get hit by the AlphaTauri. Thankfully, no damage was on, which was good, because that could have been horrendous. And we're going to go back down. Oh, we had another snap there once again. Looks like it hit the curb. As you can already tell, I am not the Monaco expert. Monaco is probably my worst track. I don't know why. It must just be because it doesn't work with my driving style. But I've been getting better at it. And you'll see in a later video coming up in the next couple of, I want to say a couple of weeks, you'll see me trying to challenge Monaco in a video. Wait for that to come. Anyways, we go down the inside in the Aston Martin and on the McLaren, but we're actually ghosting inside the McLaren, which is not great, as the Aston Martin decides to just run into our rear wheel. Lovely. As we're still stuck behind this McLaren is going really, really slow, as you could already tell. Clearly he's got a lot of assist on, no offense, but he does this. We actually get hit by the McLaren. He comes up the racetrack once again. So now we actually get hit, and we're gonna have to cut the chicane. It's a 2-second time penalty. Lovely. We had to cut the chicane. I didn't want to be in that spot anymore. I really did not want to be in that spot. I wanted to just be gone, and we were gone. So that was good. As you can already tell, though, pretty crazy opening laps of this race. But now we're stuck behind the Haas, as the Haas makes a mistake, and he's going to hit the inside wall. We're going to keep on going. We're ghosting inside him again, and he hits the outside wall like as we did. We hit the outside wall again, so, well, that should basically conclude our races. We actually are in the points, though, so points is great, considering to where we start. They know, as you say, that you can't overtake around Monaco, but seems like we can. Anyways, we're catching up to P9, though, in the Mercedes. We actually were pretty quick, surprisingly. Everyone else was kind of like, I wouldn't say everyone else kind of had not so great pace. The Red Bull absolutely in front, though. He checked out. He was gone. But you can see that gap up there with the Haas and them. They had some pretty good pace as well. Stuck behind the Mercedes, though. He actually cuts the chicane, so that's not great, as I would like to get past him, but we're not going to get past him. We're going to finish P10. We pull a 6 seconds gap, so no 2-second time penalty for me. P10 points at Monaco. Doesn't really matter, but, you know, that was the first carnage. Now into the second race. Canada. My least favorite track in the game. Don't know why. I suck at it as well. But this one probably was one of the more crazier kind of races, as you can see. Already getting a good start. We move up to P15 as the Haas gets hit from behind. A couple other cars get hit from behind as we get an illegal overtake somehow. I don't know why we did, but stuck behind the Alpine. We hit the back of the Alpine, but the illegal overtake goes away. Thank God. And there's a Mercedes in the wall, but look at the lag. It is horrendous. I don't know what the hell these guys had on internet, but it was pretty bad. But I think that's kind of what made this lobby worse, is because of a lot of drivers taking people out. So this lobby was full of dirty drivers. I think this one was probably one of the worst when it came to dirty drivers, because people were all over the place, and especially in the back. And you'll see in this race and how bad some of these people were. Down to the hairpin. Looks like the Mercedes won't ride. He gets taken out. Oh, we do a 360. Lovely. That's a costly spin, which is weird because I barely spin up there, but it's alright. Anyways, we have a 6-car fight here for, it looks like we're heading P18. Look at this 3 wide going down, nearing the wall of champions. That's going to be 3 wide again. The Mercedes cuts the chicane, the McLaren cuts the chicane, everybody cuts the chicane. McLaren in the wall. Looks like he's safe though, but we're in the back of this because we're not even going to bother to fight this, as you can tell, as we complete the first lap of this race. Looks like the Mercedes is going around. Looks like we're going to stuck behind the Alpine, trying to get around the Alpine. We're going to go around the outside, but we don't get the move stick. Now the Mercedes is back apparently, so you can already tell. Look at that lag. That was horrendous. EA, fix your game. Or it's my internet, one of the two. But the Alpine and the Mercedes make contact up front as we almost hit the back of the Mercedes. That is not great, as the McLaren's right behind us. As he gets a better run, we almost had a little snap there on the exit, so that would have not been great. Going down into the next couple of corners, going down into the hairpin. Looks like the Mercedes almost hit the outside wall, but we're just kind of in like a train right now, just trying to stay ahead of the McLaren. The McLaren had some really good straight line speed, running more downforce and some less. As you can tell, I do have one thing to point out. This is a crossplay lobby 2. I enabled crossplay back again for the lobbies and the carnage. Anyways, for P11 or P12, as the McLaren actually gets hit and he spins around, absolute dirty by the Aston Martin there in the Haas. 6-second penalties, 3 seconds for those guys up in the front. But P13, the goal is trying to get up closer to the front of the grid. I want to fight in the front. I don't want to be back here anymore. I don't trust this lobby. The Alpine stuck behind the Aston. These guys are really going at it as the Aston actually smacks us and we accidentally just kill him as we get hit by someone from behind and we're in the wall. Great, as someone else gets hit again. It looks like absolute carnage down into the left-right section of the track. You can already tell that inside I was not very happy with that. Lap 4 now, down to the hairpin once again as P10 as we oh, big snap there, big snap. That is not what you want to see. But P13 now, we could have been P12, but we decided to buckle it. Maybe we could try to sneak into P10, maybe, we don't know. There's last lap to come, anything could happen up in the front. These guys are more clean compared to everybody else, I felt like. Coming up here, I never really saw these guys during the race, but we do have that Alpine though that did take us out earlier, so looks like we're gonna have to try to avoid him as much as we can because this guy has been in a mayhem for the lobby too. Because he's been taking some people out, he cuts the chicane. We were gonna get around him to sneak around P12 once again. Now we can try to chase on to the Williams if we can. We're gonna go around the outside as we get hit again by the Alpine. This guy was an absolute joke in this race. I don't know what it is with Alpines in Canada, but they are not my best friend. Last couple of corners, we try to catch up to the Alpine and we bottle it. I wanted to just kind of hit the back of them for revenge, but that did not go well. Anyways, we got to fight to the line to get P14 as we do. Lovely stuff, but not great. Not great at all. On to the last race of this video. We're in Silverstone, probably my best track in the game because I have a lot of luck around here. I don't know why I'm so good at this track, but I am. Anyways, before this race started though, we actually hit the wrong setup. So as you can tell, there's no qualifying. It was just random grid, whatever. And we actually have a wrong setup on the car because for some reason in another lobby, which you'll probably see that video, we actually had a qualifying session and it was in the wet. And I went to go put on my dry setup, but apparently my dry setup wouldn't load, so I actually loaded my wet setup. So this is my wet setup. I lowered the wings, but I never really got to mess with the tire pressures or anything, so I kind of had to lift on some parts of the track. I don't know if you can see me lift, but I kind of took these races more cautiously. But we move up a lot of positions, and we actually made a nice move around the outside of that Red Bull and a couple other drivers in front, so we actually avoided the carnage. Some of the carnage is actually happening back there. Up into P6 though, we got a little bit of a train going on around here. Looks like that is the Ferrari up in the front. We're going to now try to fight in this train as much as we can. Yeah. Anyways, we're in the slipstream of the Red Bull as much as we can. Looks like we're running a little bit less downforce, so that is kind of good, but at the same time we're taking it more cautiously. But as you can tell, it's hard to get past here on the first couple laps. We have to wait for more DRS to be enabled. Anyways, we're going to send a risky one down the inside. The gap closes the door, and we get spun, and we actually get beached. So that was partly my fault, as always. Spin again. Oh, look at those tires. 223 to 221 on both the rears, so they're pretty hot. Take it easy. But anyways, we're back to our original form, back in the last place, like we always are, because we just absolutely suck at this game. Don't know why. Skill issue. But anyways, once again, the Aston Martin goes around, but we're going to now try to see if we can just fight for these guys for any point-paying positions if we can. On lap 3 of this race, we really got stuck behind the Alpine, so it kind of really shut the door to try to score points. But as you can tell, there's still a big gap for if we get lucky, maybe someone can spin off from and get some points maybe. But as you can tell, it just was very, very difficult to get around some of these guys. But this part of the track, drivers were they were less dirty in this race compared to Canada and Monaco, so that was sort of better. Well, I don't know what's going on in the back of the field, but it looks like some drivers are taking each other out. Lap 4 of this race, once again, still stuck in the thing. As you can see, that big lift down into turn 1. Could go flat out, but decided not to. But we're going to try our best to get any points, or just try to get any good positions as we can. But we're stuck behind this Alpine once again. Going to go down the old pit straight to see if we can make another move down into Copse Corner. It's going to be very important to get a run down in the Copse, but we go a little bit wide. We could probably set up maybe the Alpine for this move. We do have some less wings, but we actually tap the back of him just a little bit. He gets into the, he got a DRS. We got DRS. We're going to slingshot right past him for P13 in this race. On to the last lap of this race. P11, someone else spun out in front of them. But anyways, we're battling with the Williams as much as we can. We're going to go down to T1. We're going to, or the first corner. We're going to back out a little bit of it. Going down into the one of the straights. 4, heading down into Woodcut Corner for some amazing runs. We're going to go down the inside on the Williams as much as we can. He's going to take the racing line as we almost hit the back of the Aston Martin. We're going to squeeze him a little bit. We didn't squeeze him too much. He backs out of it. Now he's going to go down the inside. We're going to go around the outside. We're going to get on the power, and we are set sail for P10. But he cuts the corner. Don't know why he did that, but he did. Very key, though, to set up into these last couple of corners. We get a good run in the Copse Corner. We're going to have the DRS. He's not going to have the DRS, but I don't know how much battery he has saved up. We have a lot of battery, so we can dump all the battery down this back stretch as much as we can, heading down into the last couple of corners. Once again, into the DRS, dumping overtake in the slipstream once again. We've done this before in a couple of videos where we overtook an Aston Martin. We're going to go around the outside. We're going to take the racing line as much as we can. The Aston Martin's going to shut the door. He's going to go out wide. And we actually hit the Aston Martin. We're going to collide and make contact on the last lap. And I absolutely will take the blame for that one. I should have got the gas. I should have I was just too focused on P10. And we both choked the win, our points away for 1 point, unfortunately. But they actually, looks like the Avatari spun out. We're actually gonna, well, I think, was he in that? I don't even know. Anyways, oh, yeah, he was a position. Okay, good. But P13, it wasn't the best day in this lobby, that's for sure. But it could have been better. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry I was gone for a while. Was just really, really busy. And I'll provide more of an update on some other ideas I have in the future, because I've started making a Twitch channel. But thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day, folks. And I'll see y'all in the next one.